Hello, my dear students. So, we are continuing with chapter number 7, Getting to Know Plants. So, let's see what we are going to learn today. Today, we will be learning about leaf. Okay, basically, we are doing parts of a plant. Now, among all the parts of a plant, we have already completed about root and stem. Today we will be learning about leaf. So what are the topics that we are going to learn in leaf? First, the definition and what are the parts of a leaf. Then we will be learning about the functions of a leaf. Okay. Then a small concept on photosynthesis as because photosynthesis it takes place in the leaf. Then concept of transpiration, then Venetian and its types, okay, and the relationship between venation of a leaf and types of roots. Types of roots already we have learned, okay. So let's proceed. So what is a leaf? First comes the definition. The leaf is a thin, broad, flat and green part of a plant which is attached to the stem or branch. Now here you see. This one is what? This one is the branch of a plant. Okay. And this is the entire leaf. It is attached to what? It is attached to the branch. Alright. Now, a leaf consists of mainly two parts. One is the lamina and next one is the petiole. Okay. Now, lamina, the other name of lamina is leaf blade. Remember, very, very important. And other name of petiole is called is leaf stalk. Okay. Now, which one is lamina and which one is the petiole? Now, this broad green part of the leaf, this entire broad means what? Broad means white. This entire part of the leaf, okay, this one is known as the lamina or leaf blade. Okay. And this one, the thin stalk with which the leaf is attached to the stem. Since this one is the stem, as I have already said you, okay, this one is the petiole or the leaf stalk. Understood? Now, there is a mid-rib or a mid-vein in the center of lamina. As I said you, this entire broad part is the lamina, okay, and from the center of the leaf, okay, a line goes straight. That one is known as what? Mid-rib or the main vein. Okay, now from this mid-rib, a large number of small ribs, they also come out and spread out from mid-rib to all the part of the leaf. Okay, and this entire system is known as the venation of a leaf. I'll come to the venation of leaf later on. All right. Now, the midrib and the veins, it consists of bundles of tiny tubes of which sometimes carry water and dissolved minerals into the leaf and others carry away the food from the leaf. When I explained you about stem, I have said you about the two narrow pipes which are present in the stem. That is, one is the xylem, another one is the phloem. Xylem is that part of a stem which carries water from the root towards the leaf, and phloem is that part of a plant which carries what? Which carries the prepared food from the leaf to the other part of a plant. All right. Next is stomata. What are stomata? Now, there are minute pores present on the surface of a leaf which are called stomata. Here you see. If you see the structure of a leaf with the help of a microscope, okay, microscope, what is microscope? Microscope is a device which enlarges the view of any small things. Okay. So, if you observe the structure of leaf, okay, under the microscope, you will find this small opening is present. Okay, so this small opening is known as what? Is known as stomata. So stomata, this opening, it is so small that we cannot able to see them with our naked eye. Okay, what is the function of this stomata? The stomata, it allows the gases to move in and out of the leaf. Which gases? In carbon dioxide and out oxygen. Alright, because during photosynthesis, I'll explain you photosynthesis. During photosynthesis, oxygen gas is produced. That oxygen gas, it goes out of the leaf via the stomata, and carbon dioxide gas, since it is required for the process of photosynthesis. So from air, the carbon dioxide gas, it enters inside the leaf, okay, via the stomata. All right. This stomata actually, stomata, it consists of two lids. One is the upper lid. This one is the upper lid. This one is the lower lid. Most of the time it is closed. Only during the exchange of gases, this stomata, it opens. All right. Now, next one is what? And one more function of stomata is that it also allows excess water vapor to go out of the leaf. What is that process known as? I will explain after this. Okay, next is what? Next is the leaves of a plant contain a green colored pigment called chlorophyll. Very, very important. The green pigment which is present in a leaf is called chlorophyll. Okay, what is the function of chlorophyll? Here you see chlorophyll number one, it imparts green color to the leaves, as because due to the presence of chlorophyll, the leaf of a plant, it appears green. Okay, chlorophyll, it is present in the leaf. In case of herb, the chlorophyll, it is also present in the stem. All right, but chlorophyll, it is absent in case of in case of a tree. In this stem and branches, this chlorophyll is absent, and in root of any plant, whether it is herb, shrub or tree, chlorophyll is entirely absent. And number two is that chlorophyll, it can absorb energy from sunlight. Sunlight, it is also an essential component for the process of photosynthesis. Okay, so for absorbing sunlight to utilize, what is the thing that absorbs? It is the chlorophyll. Okay, I hope this is clear to you. Next is the functions of leaf. What are the functions of leaf? Number one, the leaves make food for the plant by the process of photosynthesis. Very, very important term. Next is the leaf, it gets rid of excess water from the plant by the process of transpiration. Okay, and leaves carry out the process of respiration in plant, which is the production of energy from food. You all know that living things, okay, they need to undergo respiration. It is a vital process. Why? Because respiration, it yields energy. Okay, so plant also require energy for its metabolic processes as well as photosynthesis. Okay, so via respiration, the plant, it produces energy, and generally this respiration, it is carried out during night time. Okay, now photosynthesis, very, very important. What is photosynthesis? Now, the leaves are known as the food factories. That means in the leaves, the foods are produced. Now, these leaves, they make the food by the process of photosynthesis. All right. Now, in photosynthesis, what happens? The green leaves of a plant combine carbon dioxide and water in presence of sunlight to make the food glucose and oxygen gas. All right. Once again, I'm telling you the definition, then I'm explaining you the process. The process by which the green plants use sunlight to make food from carbon dioxide and water is called photosynthesis. Okay. Now, photosynthesis, the term photosynthesis, it means, photo means light and synthesis means to make or to prepare. So, in presence of light, since the plant, they prepare food, so this process is called photosynthesis. All right. Now, in the process of photosynthesis, this is the chemical equation of photosynthesis. Carbon dioxide is required first. Okay, this carbon dioxide, where from it comes? It comes from air. Okay, the animals, they liberate out carbon dioxide as a end product of respiration. Okay, so carbon dioxide gas, it mixes up in the air. Okay, and from air, the plant, it takes carbon dioxide. Next, water. Water, where from the plant gets water? From the soil. Plant gets water from the soil. Okay, the root of a plant, it absorbs water. Okay, now chlorophyll. Chlorophyll, it traps sun's energy or solar energy. Okay, so this four thing, number one is carbon dioxide, number two is water, solar energy and chlorophyll. The four things, it combines and it produces the food. What is the food? Glucose or sugar. C6H12O6. This is a chemical formula. Okay, and oxygen gas is liberated as a byproduct. This oxygen gas, it gets again mixed up in the air, and the living organisms like animals or even plants, they utilize this oxygen gas for the process of respiration. Okay, so here in this diagram, you can see sunlight. Sun is giving out the sunlight. Okay, Oxygen gas it is liberating out after producing as a result of photosynthesis. Carbon dioxide gas via the air it is getting entered. Okay, water, the root is absorbing water, and then the stem it is carrying water, and it is transporting it into the leaf. Okay, so together it is making what? It is making the food, that is glucose or sugar. Okay, the simplest food prepared by the leaves via photosynthesis is glucose. Now what happens? Some of the glucose it gets converted into starch. Now this starch it is stored as food in various part of the plant. All right, I hope this is clear to you. Next, activity to show that leaves make food by photosynthesis. This is a simple activity. Now, for this activity, what do you need? First, you pluck a green leaf from a potted plant which you have been kept in sunlight. Suppose this is a plant you have kept under sunlight, okay, and you pluck one leaf. Okay, suppose this is the leaf uh, you have taken. Okay, now what you need to do is that put the green leaf in a small beaker and cover it completely by adding alcohol or spirit. This is a small beaker. You take a small beaker, put some alcohol in it, okay, and place the leaf, plucked leaf, okay. Then this entire small beaker, okay, you just put it into a big beaker, okay. Now this big beaker, it should contains water. It should contain water, okay. And the entire setup, you put it over a burner. One more thing you can do, like if you also want to show that sunlight is necessary for photosynthesis, in that case you can cover the part of a leaf with aluminium foil, only this part. All right, now what you have to do, heat this water in bigger over the burner. Okay, now the hot water it will then heat the alcohol in a small beaker. Okay, now this hot alcohol, okay, this alcohol will also be heated up. Okay, now this alcohol it will remove the green color from the leaf. That means the chlorophyll content. How long you have to keep it on heating? Till all the green color of the leaf is removed. Okay, the entire alcohol you will find that it has been turned as yellowish green. Okay, the leaf it will become colorless, and this alcohol it will become yellowish green. Okay, so it is necessary to remove green chlorophyll from the leaf because it interferes with the taste of a starch. Taste of a starch already in chapter 2 you have learned. Okay, now one more thing, one small interesting question you can ask me, that ma'am, we can put this small beaker directly over the burner. Why we are putting it over the water? Now, small beaker, we are not putting it direct over the burner, as because alcohol, it is highly inflammable. Inflammable means it will easily catch fire. So if you put direct onto the fire, it will catch fire. That is why over the water we have put. All right. Now, take out the decolorized leaf from the alcohol and then you wash it thoroughly with water to remove any trace of chlorophyll that may present. Okay, now you take one plate, petri plate or any plate if petri plate is not available. Now what you have to take, you have to undergo starch test, because starch test it will show you whether the plant has produced glucose or not. Okay, so take some iodine solution. You all know for doing starch test you have to take iodine solution. Okay, now pour iodine solution over the decolorized leaf with the help of a dropper in this way, slowly. Okay, immediately what you will find that the leaf is turning bluish black. And you all know that if you put iodine in any content that contains starch, it will turn into what? It will turn into blue black. Okay, so this is the starch which has been prepared by the leaf by photosynthesis. Now, one more thing, in this place you see, in this place, it is what? It is decolorized. No starch is being produced. Why no starch is being produced? Because earlier you have covered it with what? With aluminium foil. I hope you have understand this experiment. Next important thing is what is transpiration. Okay, now a plant, it keeps on absorbing water from the soil in all time through its root. Okay, so due to this, what happens, a lot of water it collects in the body of a plant. Some of the water it is used up by the plant in making food. Okay, now the extra water which is present in the body of a plant, it is given out constantly as water vapor through tiny pores or stomata of a leaf. Okay, so this process of evaporation of water from the leaves of a plant is called transpiration. All right, and during transpiration, the excess water present in the plant, it is lost into air as water vapor. All right, so plant release lot of water vapor into air through the process of transpiration. Okay, like if you have got any potted plant, okay, you keep it under sunlight, and one thing you can do, you can take a polythene bag and you can cover this entire shoot. Okay, tie it up with a thread. Okay, so that no air or no particles can get inside the polythene. Keep it under sunlight for some time. What you will find after 1 hour or after half an hour, whatever, it will depend upon the intensity of sunlight, you will find the inside part of the polythene bag, it has been covered with water droplets. So where from this water droplet has come? It's due to the process of transpiration. That means from the stomata of leaf, the leaf, it has released what? It has released the water vapor. All right. Now, the most important thing, that is venation of a leaf. What is venation? The arrangement of veins in a lamina or leaf blade is known as the venation of a leaf. You all know the broad part of a leaf is known as leaf blade. Okay. So there are two types of venation in the leaf. One is the reticulate venation and another one is the parallel venation. Okay. I'm showing you the next slide, then it will be clear to you. Here you see, this is the picture of parallel venation and this is the picture of reticulate venation. All of you know the meaning of the term parallel. Parallel means what? Two lines which never meet. Okay. So in few of the plant, what you will find, the venations are like this, straight. They are parallel. Okay. This type of venation is known as parallel venation, and this type of net-like structure, this type of venation is known as reticulate venation. Okay. So in parallel venation, the veins in the leaf, they run parallel to one another on both sides of the midrib. Okay. Examples of few plants which are having parallel venation are, here you see I have written, just a minute. The next slide I have written. Sorry. Sorry for the interruption. Here you see, extremely sorry for the interruption. Here you see I have written uh, plants having parallel venation are wheat, paddy, maize, millet, sugarcane, bamboo, banana, etc. Okay, and reticulate venation, as I said you, that the veins in a leaf, they occur in an irregular way, forming a net-like design. Reticulate itself, the term means what? Resembling a net or network. Okay, so in reticulate venation, the veins, it spread out from the midrib to all the part of the leaf haphazardly. All right, here you see haphazardly it is being arranged. It is not arranged so well like parallel venation. So example of few plants which are having this reticulate venation are pea plant, neem, then mango tree, marigold, tulsi, mustard, sunflower, orange, guava, pulses, tamarind, rose, china rose, coriander, okay, people, etc. All right. Now, there is a relationship between the venation and types of root. What is that? Now, it has been found by studies that there is a relationship between the types of venation and types of root in plant. What is that relation? The plant having leaves with reticulate venation, they have got taproot. And the plant having leaves with parallel venation, they have got fibrous root. That means what you can do, like if you want to know the root system of a plant, that whether the plant has got taproot or fibrous root, you don't have to uproot the plant from the soil. Simply if you observe the venation of the leaf of a plant, you can easily find out what type of root system it has. That means any plant, if you find that the leaf of a plant is having reticulate venation, for example, here you see I have given example sunflower plant. It is having reticulate venation, so make sure that it will have a tap root. Okay, and any plant which is having parallel venation, whether it is your banana plant or wheat plant or sugarcane, whichever, if it has got parallel venation in the leaf, make sure that it will be having what? It will be having fibrous root. All right. So if you know this relationship, so without uprooting the plant, easily you can track whether this plant is having taproot or fibrous root. All right. So this is all about your today's class. In your next class, I will be discussing on structure of a flower, fruits and seeds. So thank you everyone.